Yes, yes. Now I recorded. Yeah. So generally when we are designing the HTML pages, guys, HTML websites, when we are designing header tags and paragraph tags, regularly we are using. These two are general tags, H1 to H6, and paragraph tags are regularly we are using. Okay. So in this page, if you want to add something, then what we are doing means open your folder location. So right click on this file and open with the notepad plus plus, or else edit plus, or else notepad, whatever you want, you can use it. Okay. So I'm going to open with the notepad plus plus, guys. So now here you are going to be getting notepad plus plus. Okay. So here whatever you want, you can add another content. So for example, one more paragraph I'm adding here, and that paragraph we can close it, guys. We can close it here. So I'm going to write here, for example, welcome to so HTML page, or else welcome to something, whatever you want. These all are dummy data, guys. So welcome to HTML page like I created. So coming to the browser and refresh. See, now you're getting new line, welcome to HTML page, like that. Okay. So I told guys in the last session, HTML basic syntax is so HTML tag is required, guys. Majorly remember, HTML tag is a parent, guys. In this two childs, they are major childs, head and body. Head and body, like two major childs there. Inside head, n number of tags we can write. So title tag generally we are writing regularly, and inside the body also n number of tags we can write whatever you want. And after executing this program, guys, after executing this program, so this is you are going to get like a browser's title page, and these are you are going to get as a web page content. Only body related tags containing content only you are going to see as output. Body related tags, guys, except to title, remaining other tags are going to give some extra information to the body related tags. Coming days, slowly we are going to be adding a number of tags in the head section also. Okay. So slowly we will add it, guys. So I hope all people understanding this basic HTML page. This is important, guys. Okay. So now here about the HTML, some points we discussed, guys. So HTML tags all are predefined tags, not user defined. Okay, predefined tags. Every tag having its own meaning. For example, H1 having its meaning. For example, most important size displaying, most important size displaying. Okay. So H6 displaying least important size. So whatever the content you are writing, same content, guys, here and here, but inside H6 less size you are getting, inside H1 most size you are getting, big size you are getting. Okay. So that's why every tag having its own meaning, we need to be remember that point. And whenever we are executing this HTML, guys, so HTML will ignore all these tags, remove all tags. Only the content between the tags going to be displaying. Okay. So who is displaying this content means the browsers displaying, guys. Browsers by default understanding the HTML. Okay. All HTML tags data taking and ignoring the HTML tags, HTML tag related behavior applying and displaying. That is all responsibility by browsers. Clear this point? So this all in the last session I said material, guys. Okay. So finally you need to be follow this one, guys. You can see here. So this is our basic HTML, guys. So this is only we done head section and body section related. So inside the body a number of tags, whatever you want you can write. So this white section, guys, white color section related content only we can see as output. Okay, now all people must be remember this basic HTML related. So HTML tags are case sensitive or not, guys? HTML tags are case sensitive or not? Case sensitive or not? Okay, not case sensitive. Remember, Python is a case sensitive, but HTML not case sensitive. Case sensitive or not case sensitive means, so in the HTML, these tags you can write in the lower letters or uppercase letters, no problem. But you need to be developed using these small letters, guys. That is the coding standards. Combination don't write. HTML tags can be user defined. This is my question. Can we write user defined tags? HTML tags should be predefined only, not user defined. Okay, this point remember, guys. So at the time of running, all tags ignoring, only content displaying. Okay. Now next, guys, comments we can take it. Comments points, guys. Comments. Any language you can take it, guys. Python, Java, .NET, whatever. In all the languages, comments lines common, guys. Must be required. So comments we are using means if you don't want to execute some lines of data, for example, these lines of data I don't want to execute. The two paragraphs I don't want to execute. Okay, I don't want to delete this one. Maybe future I want again. Okay, then I want to uncomment. Okay, so if you are putting comments, these two lines, HTML line by line executing, guys, top to bottom. So when these lines coming, whatever the lines are there inside the comments, those lines are ignoring by HTML. Same like Python. In Python, using a hash symbol or else using triple quotes, we are writing comments. Now here, how to write the comments. Okay, so can see, guys, here just I'm writing syntax first. So less than symbol, exclamation mark, hyphen hyphen. Okay, and hyphen greater than symbol, guys. Greater than symbol. In between these symbols, what are the lines you are writing? Those all lines are going to be commenting. Clear this point? Less than symbol, explanation mark means like this coming, guys. Okay, explanation mark. So next hyphen and closing side hyphen greater than symbol. So right now I'm going to put here, guys, can see here. So if you want, you can write here. So hyphen. Okay. So here you started and you are not closing, means up to HTML it is selecting first of all. Up to what you want to be selecting for commenting. So I want to be selecting here. Okay. See, remaining body and HTML are getting a active color like a blue color. So these two things are getting different color. Means these two lines are now ignoring by HTML. So only you are going to get these are as output. Okay. So save it. Control S. Refresh. See, paragraphs not displayed. Only header tags displayed. Clear, guys? So in any language, guys, what languages you are learning, in that language, how to commenting, that point you need to be remember. In Python, single line comments using hash symbol, multi-line comments using triple quotes, guys, like you are writing. Here you can write. But in HTML, guys, single line comment, multi-line comments, both are equal symbol. Both are equal. Okay, same structure only we are using. Is it clear, all of you? Comments how writing. So when we are developing big applications, number of times going to be writing the comments sometimes. And whenever we want, again, we are going to be uncommenting. Okay, that one remember, guys. So as a learner, guys, initial stage, we can use Notepad or Notepad++ or Edit Plus to developing the coding. But in the real time, guys, people are going to use real time IDEs. We have so many IDEs. Yesterday I told, guys. Okay, PyCharm is there, Sublime Text is there, Visual Studio Code is there, NetBeans is there, Eclipse there, like different things. Generally, guys, this is not a rule. I'm telling general scenario. So the people who are learning, guys, okay, the people who are learning Java, then those people are going to use Eclipse and NetBeans, guys. Okay, so the people who are going to use see here, I'll write. So generally Java learning students, guys, Java learning students are using the, generally when they are learning course, Eclipse they are using, or else NetBeans using most of the times. This is not a fixed rule, but most of the people learning using these things. And the people who are learning the .NET related, guys, okay, So these people are using the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so Visual Code Studio. This is the people are using most of the times, and the people who are learning the Python, guys, the people who are learning the Python, so PyCharm people are using most of the times. Okay, and here the Sublime Text, these all things you can use, multiple things there. Sublime Text, Atom, whatever you want, you can use it. And this is not a fixed rule. As a Python developer, we can use anyone, and same time Java developer also can use any ID. So what you are having good knowledge, using what you are having good knowledge, you can use that one. For example, nowadays guys, Python getting more demanding. So already the people who are working on Java technology from last 4-5 years onwards, people are working using Java. Okay, but recently guys, in their company management people are telling, so coming project, our new project using Python going to start. So you people need to learn Python. Otherwise, you can set in another company your Java job. Okay, like that, giving instructions and giving time also for learning. 1 month time, 2 months time, like something time giving. So then all people are going to be learning about the PyCharm. I mean, sorry, Python related. So they are having knowledge with Eclipse already. That's why they are not going to learn about this one. They are going to use Eclipse only. In Eclipse, how to developing Python, they are going to be learning. That's it. Clear? Yeah. So whatever you want, you can use. I'm going to use PyCharm, guys. Okay, I'm going to use the PyCharm. And Visual Studio Code also you can use it. So right now I didn't downloaded this one. So I will very soon I will download this one. Using this one also I will show you. Don't worry, guys. Okay. So Sublime Text also sometimes I will explain. These all are same, no problem. Anyone you can use it. Jupyter is there, like whatever you want. Okay. Yes. So first PyCharm, how to downloading. I'm going to show you right now, guys. So now onwards using this one, we will develop or else other already in your system. If you are having Visual Studio or any other one, you can use it that one, no problem. Okay. So now open the browser, guys. Open the browser. Open the browser, and so now here open the browser. Search about the PyCharm, guys. So PyCharm downloads, guys. PyCharm downloads, you're going to get like this link you can open. And here two versions you're going to be getting, guys. Two versions you're going to be getting. So one is professional version, another one is community version. Professional and community. So community version is for pure Python development, pure Python. So if you are downloading this one, only Python applications, Python files you can develop and you can execute. And this is the open source, built on free and open source, means freely can download and you can use n number of days. Okay. Now guys, so this is a professional version, guys. If you are downloading this one, using this one, Python we can develop, Django we can develop, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all web development we can do it. Okay, web development we can do it. As a Python learner, initially you can use this one, no problem. But same time, if you are learning about the HTML, UI technologies related, and also Django also if you are doing practice, then this is you can download. If you are downloading this one, Python also you can do it, guys. Along with UI technologies and Django, Python also we can do it here. That's why you can download this one. And this is not open source. This is a commercial. Okay, but 30 days working as freely, 30 days working. After 30 days, just 30 minutes only working. If you are open, after 30 minutes automatically closing. Then what we need to do? Okay, so you need to pay money and you need to buy it. So no need to pay, guys, here unnecessarily, no need to pay it as a student. So what you need to do means after 30 days completing, okay, it is showing error messages within 2 days going to be expiring your IDE, like that alert messages giving. So after completing, just uninstall, guys, this one, uninstall, and a new one download, install it. Uninstalling, downloading, installing, these all matter of 10 minutes. It's a matter of 10 minutes. So I hope we are not in that, we are not very busy without spending 10 minutes also. Okay. So when you have free time, 10 minutes, spend it, download and install it. So using this professional Python, Django, UI, all web development, we can do it. Clear this one? Yeah. So now click on download, guys. I'm not going to download here right now. I have already. So click on download one exe file downloading. Exe file downloading. After downloading, guys, double click on that. Okay, this is the icon, guys. PyCharm related icon. So double click on that. It is asking next, next, next like that. If you are getting doubts, guys, how to installing. Okay, so PyCharm installation steps. Python or else PyCharm installation steps. So many screens you're going to be getting. So Python downloading and installing, it is showing guys here first of all, and later generally Python related people using most of the time. So that's why Python downloading also showing here. After Python downloading and installing, now PyCharm, how to install the PyCharm. So here link is there, guys. You can download from here also, no problem. So just now I showed here professional and community. So as a Python learner, community they are installing. So you need to do professional installation. Okay. So then next you're going to follow the next like some guidelines, guys. So when you are trying to installing, guys, automatically you will understanding. Don't worry. Okay. Otherwise you can watch the YouTube n number of videos you are going to be getting for installing the PyCharm. Okay. So again you are clicking the next tab. So your system is, guys, 32-bit or 64-bit, you can select that one. I think nowadays all people are using the 64-bit only. Okay. And here .py also you can select. Generally Python files, guys, Python files, how we are writing Python file extension, for example demo.py we are writing. So whenever you are going to create one Python file demo.py, we need to give. If you are selecting this one, guys, so no need to give .py. Automatically if you are giving demo, automatically adding .py. Okay. And you are going to be clicking the next, guys. You're going to be clicking the next. Okay. So JetBrains company, this is the company name, guys. JetBrains. This company designed this PyCharm IDE. They developed. And finally you are going to click install. After clicking install, guys, sometimes process going within 10 minutes it is completing, guys, so don't worry. Okay. So finally you're going to be open this one. Finally you're going to be clicking finish, guys. Here one checkbox there. So if you want, you can select, or no need to select, no problem. Finish button you're going to be clicking. Okay. So after clicking, guys, that is installed successfully in our system. PyCharm is there now. Okay. So we need to be open right now here. PyCharm. Like you are going to be getting, guys, this one PyCharm. You're going to be getting this one. Click on this. Click on this. After clicking, you're going to get this like this way. First time you're going to be getting like this way, guys. Okay. So create a new project. Newly, if you want to create, you can use this one, or else existing one, if you want to open, you can use this one. Whatever. If you are clicking this one, our system open, and existing folder you can select. Okay. So before this screen, guys, before this screen, one more extra screen you are going to be getting. One more extra screen you are going to be getting. What is that screen means? 3 radio buttons you are going to be getting, guys. 3 radio buttons you are going to be getting. Radio button means round colors you are getting. Okay. So one is enter your license. Okay. Enter your license username password asking, guys. If you are selecting this radio button, then username password asking, we need to buy. If you are paying money, then you are going to get username password. I don't want to buy. Okay. Next here, enter your activation code is there. Activation code means our notepad area coming. In this notepad area, guys, some blah 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 like random alphanumeric string there, guys, for activation, for activating our account. Okay. So this is also I don't want. I don't have this activation code. That's why I'm not going to selecting first 2 things. So this is a free evaluation like one more radio button is there. That is you can select. If you are selecting 30 days working. Is it clear, guys? All of you? What I'm showing here? Okay, now? So I hope all people are following now. So you can download, guys. Otherwise, at the time of doing Python, if you are using any other IDE, you can use that one also, no problem. Maybe Visual Studio Code, some people using Sublime Text. That is all depending on your requirement. You can use it, guys. Anyone we can use. HTML is common for all the IDs. Okay. Yes. So I downloaded and I installed, guys. Later, what we need to do, that is I'm going to show now. So today you people need to download and install. Tomorrow onwards, using PyCharm going to be working clearly. Okay. So I'm going to be open the, guys, PyCharm now. Already I opened here. So forget about this code. This is the other related. So here, guys, now so many menus there. This is the real-time ID, guys. Okay. So when we are creating the Django projects, guys, like this coming projects, here the employee related, departments related, every department related, different employees there, like so many things there. When you are learning about the Django, you will get it about this one. Okay. So forget about that. Now here, click on this file. This is enough for us right now. Click on this file menu. Click on this file menu, guys. Okay. After clicking, guys, after clicking, then here so many menus there, guys. Okay. So many are there. Slowly we'll understanding. So here new project is there and also open is there, guys. So already we created one folder for our batch. I want to open that folder. I don't want to create. Then just click on this open. Okay. So click on the file, click on the open. Now it will open our system, guys. It will open our system. So select our folder, guys. Select our folder. Okay. So now we created NTH 8 p.m. batch, guys. NTH 8 p.m. somewhere we created. Where is there? NTH 8 p.m. Okay, search on that. So NTH 8 p.m. See here there. Okay, select that and open. Okay. So this window, if I'm clicking, guys, this existing PyCharm is going to close. Now new one opened. Otherwise, if I'm using new one, both parallelly going to be opened. So I want to close this existing one and I want to open new one. Yes. So now can see, guys, here. This is our folder, guys, NTH UI 8 p.m. So in this demo.html we created. Now onwards here all files I will create, guys. A number of files I'll create here. Okay, now. So now I want to create one HTML, guys. I want to create one HTML. So already this is our folder, guys. This is our folder. If I'm creating here any one file, HTML file, that is automatically loading here, no problem. So I don't want to create there. I want to create it here only. So right click on this folder, guys. Right click on this folder. Okay. So right click on this folder. Next, click on new. And next, what you want to create, click on Python file. Can see, guys. So right click on the folder. Click on the new. So many are coming. Click on the new. And now here so many are there. I want to create HTML. If you want to create a CSS file, if you want to create a JavaScript, if you want to create a Python, if you want to create folders, okay, like that, all are there, guys. Whatever the file we want, we can create TypeScript there, okay, normal text files there, Python packages there, like different things depending on requirement. So we required here, out of all these things, what we require? Python HTML file required. HTML file required. Okay. When you are working with Python related, guys, so you can use this one and demo.py, example.py, sample.py, like you can create whatever you want. Is it clear, all of you? How to creating new HTML file into our current folder? This is the way. So right click Click on new, click on HTML. Now give name as whatever you want, guys. Whatever you want, you can give it. For example, so today I want to discuss tables, HTML tables, how to creating. I want to store some student marks, student information. I want to store in the form of table. Student number, student name, marks, school name, whatever, or else employee number, employee name, salary, address, like that. Okay, so that's why I'm going to take simply table, guys. Table dot HTML. This is HTML5, guys. Okay, this is selecting. Don't disturb that. So if you want, you can give it dot HTML. Otherwise, PyCharm automatically taking dot HTML. Okay, so here, guys, table dot HTML. One new file coming. New file coming. Now using PyCharm I created, guys. Using PyCharm. This is like you can move it, guys, if you want a space more. Okay. Using PyCharm, if you are creating HTML, see some default code you are getting, guys. Some default code you are getting. Okay, I don't want this code. If you are deciding, simply remove and you can write the code. You know, HTML basic code, how writing, you know right now. HTML tag, head, body. Clear? Okay. This default code also, if you want to use Control Z, back coming again. Okay. So now here this tag, guys, this doc type HTML representing. This is a HTML5 standard. HTML5 standard. This is HTML5 rules following, like representing. So nowadays, real time people are using HTML5 version, guys. Like a Python, guys. HTML also having different versions. HTML5 it is representing. Okay, and HTML language, guys, English default one. And if you are not writing also these all things, don't worry, don't worry. Slowly, slowly we'll understanding about each one. Okay, so right now we know, guys, HTML how writing. So HTML I'm writing here. See automatically closing coming, closing coming. So next, guys, head I'm using. See automatically one or two letters typing, you're getting ready-made code. This is called code intelligence, guys. Ready-made code coming. So when you are developing the applications in real time, so speed increasing, within the less time we can developing more lines of code. That's why people are interested to use real time to developing the applications IDEs. Okay, they are not using a notepad plus plus like that. Why means n number of lines of code required to developing the applications. So that's why people are using the IDEs. So next here, I'm going to display, guys, student information or else employee information, whatever you want. So student information or else student data, like you can take it. This is the title. And next, guys, here body I want to be take it. In the body, a number of tags we can write. So one tag I'm writing. So student information. Okay. Later I will write the remaining lines of code. I will write remaining lines of code later. Wait. Just I created one title and one h1 tag. This is I want to be executing, guys. After writing here. So now you can see, guys, in this place some browsers there. Some browsers there, guys. Google Chrome, Opera, Google Edge, Microsoft Edge. Okay, I mean this is a Mozilla, not Opera. So Opera, like so many, guys, whatever the browsers are you installed in your system, all list going to be displaying here. So previously how we executed, after saving code, go to the folder location and double click on here and getting output. No need to do. Here you are developing, just you can click on here. You can click on this browser, guys. Then automatically you are going to get output. Student information, H1 tag displayed. And here title you can see, guys, here. Title you can see. All people can see here title. So student information you are getting. That is title. Title tag displaying like a browser tab, guys. Browser tab content. Okay. So like you can get it. And this is body related tag as output you are going to be getting. Okay, yes. So here can see I want to be display table guys. I want to be display table. So table how designing guys. Tables how designing. Okay, so can see this is my table guys. This is my table. In this table I want to be display data guys. I want to be display data. So here you're going to be dividing like table guys. Okay, so here some content I want to be display. Some content I want to be display guys here. So student number. Next student name. Student name. Okay, and here you can expand, and now here student marks guys. Student marks. Okay, like you are creating a student number, student name, marks. So now we need to give here data guys. We need to give here data. So some records guys. Simply student number 10, student name Virat. Okay, and student marks 90 marks or 80 marks. Okay, so next guys 20 and Rohit. Okay, and 90 marks. Assumption guys. This is my rows, just two rows. Okay, so like n number of rows we can divide design guys. N number of rows we can design. Okay, so guys this is going to be selecting, this is going to be selecting as a header part guys. Table related header, this one table related header, and this is like a border body guys. Table body. Okay, table head part, table body part. So entire table guys, if you want to represent entire table, if you want to represent top to bottom guys. So here top to bottom guys, this is we are calling table. This is we are calling table guys. So now here this is using the table tag. Using the table tag we can design this entire table. Using the table tag we can design guys. Okay, so next guys, next this head section representing purpose guys, another tag we are using, and this body section related another tag we are using. Okay, so head section related we are going to use t head guys. T head tag we are using. Okay, and body section related guys, body section related we are going to use t body guys. T body we are going to be using. Okay now. Okay, remember that one. Otherwise I'll write here, can see easily. So from here to here total table guys. Entire table representing purpose you can use table tag. So this piece guys, this piece we can call head section, and this piece we can call body section. Head section by using the t head, and body section by using the t body we can write. Okay, and next guys, this is like a row. You can consider everything is like a row guys, horizontally. So these rows representing purpose, these rows representing purpose guys, we are going to use okay, so tr tag guys, rows by using the tr tag we are representing. Okay, next guys, next so this is one column guys. This is one column, this is one column. These columns representing purpose, these columns representing purpose, we are going to use th tag. Th tag guys, th. Okay now, and this is the data guys. In the table body we have the data guys. So this is what data. For example, here also some more data is there, assumption, and here Sachin is there, for example, and 98 there. Okay, so this data guys, this table data, if you want to represent table data, if you want to be represent, then we need to use here td table data guys, or else a table description. Okay, so these tags we are using. See guys, TD for table description data, table related columns using the TH, and the table related rows using the TR, and this columns related row, guys, this columns related row, the entire section we can call head section. Okay, and remaining all these rows related we can call body section, and all head and body available in the table tag. This is the parent tag. All of you understanding these tags? Finally, table tag, T head, T body, TH, TD, and TR. These all combination. These all are tags to display in the table, guys. These all combination we need to be display. Is it clear, all of you? Table. If you are understanding this structure, then we will develop. Yes. Now open our PyCharm and can develop here, guys. So here I want to write table tag I opened. Inside this T head, see T head. Inside T head, one row required. TR, row means TR. Inside this row, one TH. In this TH, guys, student number. And this line, guys, duplicate. If you want to get, keep your mouse on this line, Control D, duplicate lines you're getting. Like whatever the lines you want, you can take it. So student name, okay, and student marks, guys, simply marks, and the student address, guys, address, student address. Like 4 fields I'm taking, guys, 4 columns I'm taking. Okay, now. So now here, come to the browser. So here, see, automatically loading, guys. PyCharm is automatically loading, no need to refreshing. Okay, so student number, name, marks, address you're getting. Now I want to be add data, guys. I want to be add data. Okay, so Control D is the duplicate lines. Instead of typing everything, this is a small line, no problem, we can type it. Sometimes big lines we need to be type it. From here to here, one line there, guys. Next, same line we need just 1 or 2 letters only, we need to change it. Instead of writing entire line, Control D, duplicate you are going to be getting. Duplicate lines. Control Z, again back coming step by step. Now head section done. So after the head, body we need to do it, guys. T body. The T body row, one row, guys. In this row, TD going to write. So student number 10. Okay, student number 10, guys. Now student name Virat, and the student marks 90, and address, guys, Delhi. Okay, so this is one row. This is one row, guys. I want to get multiple rows. So simply I'm going to be copy paste one more row. Okay, one more row. Change it values 20, and now here Rohit, and marks, guys. So 80, and now here Mumbai. Okay, so next 30, and I'm going to take Sachin, and I'm going to take 70, and I'm going to take the Pune. Okay, 3 records, guys. 3 records. Every row is like a record. Every row is like a record, guys. Okay, so now see you're getting this data. Okay, so I want to get like this table wise, guys. Table wise, I want to get these all lines. I want to get border lines, we are calling these all border lines. If you want to get okay, then we need to use one special property. I will introduce now this one. Okay, so wait, guys, I'll put my laptop charging. Yes, yeah, okay. So this is the table, guys. So you can observe here, using PyCharm. If you are developing coding, can see, guys. Okay, like this level by level, depth level going. Okay, these all are same level coming again. So again, one by one, this is the closing automatically. Okay, again this is closing, guys. Again end of the section, table going to be closing. Like that, properly arranging, guys. Properly arranging. If you are writing n number of lines, guys, hundreds of lines, readability increasing. Easily we can understanding coding by seeing. That's why people are using this one. Okay. And also, for example, up to this one row, after completing here, symbol there, guys. Up to here, one section. So we can hide it. We can hide it. Hide this section. Now row 1, row 2, row 3, totally body. And there one table. Okay. So after the table, what we want, next another one we can develop. Then like this, top to bottom, easily we can move it. Okay. So here one point, remember, HTML is not following the indentation like a Python. Whatever the order you want, you can take it. Okay. All in same line you can write, guys. All the tags in same line you can write. Don't worry, you will get output. But automatically it is adjusting like this indentation wise. That is readability increasing. For example, if we are seeing, guys, this one. Okay. So table is a parent. Inside the table, head is there. Okay, as a child, and body is there, one more child. Inside this head, one row is there. Like that, which one is a parent tag, which one is a child tag, like we can understanding easily. Got it? All of you. So next, so in this table, guys, in this table, border equal to something 1 or 2, whatever you want, you can write. Border equal to, okay. So you are writing as, because of the border lines you are getting. Okay, border lines you are getting as. So this is attribute we are calling as. I'll tell about the attribute. Wait, this is called attribute. Okay, so attributes giving some extra information, guys. Attributes giving some extra information to the HTML tags. Actually, if this border attribute if not there, this table not having, for this table not having border lines. But for the table, if you want to border lines, you are using the border equal to some value, whatever value you want, you can use it. If more value you are using means more thickness lines you are getting, thick lines you are getting. That's why less line 1 or 2 we are giving maximum. Okay. So what is the use of attributes? Attributes giving some extra information to the HTML tags. Because of this attribute, we are getting the border lines. Like n number of attributes providing by HTML. HTML providing like this n number of attributes, guys. N number of attributes. So we will discuss now attributes related. Clearly remember, guys, regularly up to day end, we are going to use attributes. So carefully listen. So attributes, guys, attributes providing some extra information, attributes providing some extra information to the current or else simply HTML, guys. Attributes providing some extra information to the current HTML tags simply. Okay. Next, guys, attributes where we are writing. So along with HTML open tag, guys, along with open tag attributes we can write. Okay, we can write attributes. We can write attributes inside, guys, simply inside open tag. So this is one h1 tag, guys. Hello message is there, and this is close tag. So here attributes where we are writing, we can write the attributes inside where open tag. Open tag means this one. Inside this tag we are going to be writing, guys, here. Okay. So I'm going to write here, for example, id equal to my id, like you are writing, for example. Okay. So any name you can take it, guys. Exposure defined name. Key equal to value. Simply name equal to value, guys. Syntax. Attribute syntax is name equal to value. This is the syntax, guys. attribute syntax, name equal to value. Simply we can say this is attribute name equal to attribute value. Attribute name equal to attribute value. Syntax guys. Okay. Remember all these rules important up to day end we are going to be using. Okay. So attribute name equal to attribute value guys. This is the syntax. Name equal to value. Now attribute names guys. Attribute name. Okay. Attribute names always free defined only. Free defined names only. Is it clear? Means here whatever you are writing guys, id, border, class, name, like n number of things we can write slowly you will get it all the list. Okay. So these are free defined, not our own names. Not our own names. Okay. Now what about attribute value? Attribute values guys, attribute values maybe free defined, maybe free defined, or maybe user defined. User defined. So free defined means existing names. User defined means our own names. Some X, Y, Z, whatever you want, you can take it. But most of the times attribute values are most of the times user defined only. Our own names only guys. Okay now? So I hope you are following now all people. This is attribute syntax guys. Where we are writing along with open tag we are writing. Along with open tag we are writing. So attribute names are predefined only. Attribute values are maybe predefined or maybe user defined, but most of the times user defined only. 90% above user defined only we are writing. But sometimes we can also write predefined values. Come on, following all people, give confirmation about these attributes. So, okay. Okay, guys. So now here see, along with the tag, guys, along with the open tag, so no guys, here somebody is asking, so about these things. These all are predefined only. This is user defined. This is my own value. If you want to hear X, Y, Z, hello, hi, bye, whatever you want, you can write. Okay. Attribute names always predefined. ID equal to, now name equal to, okay, my value, like we are writing guys. For example, or else my name. Okay, like whatever you want guys. Here I'm going to take class guys. Class equal to my class. Simply class equal to my class. Okay. So now here guys, different things. Name equal to something, whatever you want, you can write. Like n number of things we can take it guys. Okay. So Mahesh, here you're asking about HTML is working in Jupyter or not. I told all IDs are supporting guys, HTML related. In Jupyter, how to use, can check it. That's it. Okay. So now along with open tag attributes we are writing guys, n number of attributes we can write. For one tag, n number of attributes we can write. Okay, these all attributes guys giving some extra information to the current HTML tag. Using ID what we can do, using class what we can do, using another attributes what we can do. These all things in the next session I will show you guys clearly. Okay now? Yeah. So here guys, somebody is asking, okay. So front end not required back end, but front end communicating to back end, then what is the reason? How we communicating, asking. Okay. So here guys, using front end, we are submitting data. Okay. We are submitting data. Whenever we are submitting, that is only our responsibility. Submitting only our responsibility. After submitting, backend developer will receive the data. Backend developer will write that logic. So whenever we are submitting, receiving related, they are going to be writing. Okay. So backend developer will receiving that data and they are going to send to the database. That is when you are learning about the Django, guys. When you are learning about the Django, okay, then you are going to get that information. Okay, now? So yes, guys. Any queries? So yes, guys, recorded videos. I hope you are getting last session related. Somebody is asking about recorded videos. So the people who are attending this batch, you are going to add into one group. In that group, the people who are available to those all people going to get the video link material also. Okay, now? So guys, here Python and Django teaching by Narayan sir majorly. I'm teaching UI and REST API, some other things. And for me, not taking general batches, I'm taking fast track batches and the employees related, I'm taking. The people who are having short time, I'm taking to those guys. But regular batches, if you want to learn more clearly, section by section, okay, then normal batches, Python and Django, you can join by Narayan sir classes. Okay, now? So if you want to be displaying in online, guys, we need to use the servers. Then only you can display in the online. We are working in local right now. So guys, you are not getting UI material. You're not getting UI material. Some people received, some people no sir telling. Means you are not in the group. So you all people are you guys, if you are saving Narayan sir number, then you are going to get material. Narayan sir number, you need to save in your mobile. Okay. So the people who are not getting material can send message to Narayan sir number. Then you will get, guys. Okay, I'll inform after this session. Now I will inform to the Narayan sir. Then you will get it.